It's the Vortex Indicator, boys and girls, ensuring that the money in your account does not go down the drain. Continuing on with our indicator profile series, we have the Vortex Indicator. Not too much to say about this one early on, except for it may resemble at first glance an indicator we have already covered on this channel and a good handful of you are familiar with. So let's get right into things. Now, if you're new, enjoy the video, but a lot of what we do here isn't going to make a lot of sense. We test these indicators in the context of how we already trade. And so if you don't do that, then this is not going to mean a whole lot to you. So go to nononsenseforex.com, get yourself started. You are going to love what you're going to see. But for the rest of us, let's get into things now. This was created in the year 2009. We like that. This is going to be a confirmation indicator again. Only this time it's going to be a 2 lines cross indicator. And could you use it as an exit? You could. I don't think it's the best idea. It's going to look like in a few examples that you really could use this as an exit, but I think long term it's not the move. But let's go ahead and take a look at it, shall we? Now, very nice and easy to see, and you might say this looks a bit like the absolute strength, either the standard indicator version or the histogram version. And it certainly does have some similarities. So what you want to look at here very easily, as soon as they cross, you want to see which line is higher. So in this case, the blue line is higher. That means you will be entering a long. Over here, it switches places and the red line becomes higher after the cross. And as soon as this happens, after the candle closes, this will indicate a short. Now, the one thing with indicators like this, you always want to avoid are what I call lips. So if it does, maybe not something here, because that could have actually been a profitable trade for all I know, but over here, when it crosses and then crosses right back the other way and kind of makes these little lips right here, that is almost a certain loss. And so just know when you back test these on your own, if you're not using a strategy tester, that these are the things you generally want to avoid. But you have a pretty friendly example here. Nice trending. Now what's kind of nice is if you look at this short, you're getting in right about here, and it's keeping you in all the way till right about here. Not bad. That's why I said there's some instances to where it does look like it might be a good exit indicator as well. But I do remember testing this one. I am familiar with this one. There have just been too many instances where it just does not get you out at an optimal time. By all means, test it as one, but just I can tell you from my experience, I was not pleased with it in that particular application. So we're going to show you the testing numbers we got from Stonehill Forex, but before we do that, read this, understand this. Moving on, what we will also give you down below in the description is my automation blog, which is a great blog on its own, but it has the video on how to test these yourself. So this and any other indicator you may find along the way, how you can simply just pop it in and get results on your own. You will also see the link to the Stonehill Forex blog that dives deep not only into this indicator, but the tweaked settings that I purposely don't show you in the examples. So you're going to want to know what those are at the very minimum, but it is nice to go and kind of learn more about this indicator as a whole. You know, especially if you like to nerd out on these things and all the mathematics behind it, there is just no better place to go. And then we will give you a link to where you can actually go download it. So without further ado, let's move on to the Euro USD. Pretty good here. In particular on the daily. Pretty good on its own, but something really interesting here from the default to the tweaks. This is not quite a double, but it's close. But he was able to get this by just simply tweaking things one level higher than they already were, and keep the same amount of trades. This is something you just don't see with testing very often. I thought that was interesting because remember, I used to always test these things by hand. And rarely would this phenomenon ever happen to me, but in one tiny little tweak upwards, he was able to get almost double the ROI, which I thought was really cool. Now on to gold, which historically in this indicator profile series has always been the wild card, and today is no different. So pretty nice after the tweaks on the daily. On the 4 hour is where things get squirrely, as they have in the past. Just couldn't find anything good. This thing just does not give you much as a gold trader. Is what it is. Now on to Bitcoin. Better results after the tweaks, and still gives you what I think is a decent number of trades for the year, especially if that number goes down after you start adding other indicators and you trade other pairs, which you should. And I thought these results were pretty ugly to begin with, but just with a little bit of effort, you can make them better. A lot better right away. So this has been your indicator profile series for the week. If you like what we're doing and you like the fact that we've been consistently cranking these out every week, please hit the like button down below. Let us know. And then subscribe. Hit the bell. Don't miss any of these. We got indicator videos. We have trading videos. We have podcast episodes. We have a lot going on. In an environment where trading is very good and the potential investment opportunities can be even better. So don't miss a thing. I'll see you soon, and go get it.